Look, I'm really proud of what we achieved in the government. I'm really proud of what we achieved in our last term, more than 500 pieces of legislation through the parliament. But I think you have to acknowledge that the division that we've seen has been disastrous. I think I would give us 9 out of 10 for governing the country. I'd give us 0 out of 10 for governing ourselves. And I think it's pretty plain that we had too many people playing their own games and not playing for the team.
Playing their own games suggests you're talking about the Prime Minister, Kevin Rudd, or let's say the previous Prime Minister, currently Labor leader Kevin Rudd. I mean, the suggestion is that he was playing his own game for 3 years after losing.
I'm not pointing fingers at anyone.
Leadership.
Yeah, no, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I don't think recrimination in public or in private will help us rebuild the Labor Party at all, and I think it's very important that we remain in the game because, look, I've lost a lot of good colleagues tonight, I think, but I don't feel sorry for myself, I don't feel sorry for them. I'm concerned about what happens to Australia now, and for us to have a strong country and a viable democracy, for us to continue to deliver for the people who rely on us, for better healthcare, better education, a strong economy, we need to be back in the game quickly.
Well, I've got to ask you the obvious question. Was it worth it, in retrospect, the pain of dumping Australia's first female Prime Minister for the illusion that Kevin Rudd might in fact win you the election or put you in a stronger position?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go over that stuff.
It's pretty important stuff. I mean, you'll all be talking about it behind the scenes, behind closed doors. Yeah. Why not talk about it to the public on this of all nights?
Well, I think that the clear takeout from this defeat is that disunity is death, that we were not disciplined enough, and that, I think we would have won the 2007 election with Kim Beazley. I think that when we go into an election campaign, we need to be focused on every member of parliament, every member of the House of Reps, every senator, every candidate, and every party member pulling together because we've got something that we need to deliver for the people who rely on us.
I'm just going to press you one more time on that before I hear from Mitch on this. But if Labor wins just over 50 seats, and some argue you may have lost more seats with Julia Gillard, does that make it worthwhile, all that pain, all that division, and what it means for the Labor Party in the perception out there?
Well, I don't think that the division or the pain was justified at any stage, is what I'm saying. I think that we needed all the way through from before the 2007 election to be focused as a team on articulating our vision, and what we've learnt from tonight, what I hope every member of parliament, every senator, every party official, every Labor Party member, is that we don't tolerate division, that we pull together as a team and we work together, because I'm concerned about my colleagues who've lost tonight. I'm sad that they've lost. It's terrible for them as individuals. I am so much more concerned about the people who are going to miss out in a country that's led by Tony Abbott as Prime Minister. I am so focused on what they're going to miss in education, in healthcare, and economically as well.
I'll go to Mitch Fifield on this. Well, looking at it from your point of view, the victor looking at the vanquished, what's your perspective?
Well, there's no doubt that things started to unravel for Labor when they took Kevin Rudd down in the first place. It's very different, a change of leadership in government as opposed to opposition. The Australian public have a sense of ownership of a Prime Minister. They feel they've put a Prime Minister there. They don't have that same sense of ownership with opposition leaders. They know that that's a position which has been appointed by the party. So Labor were extremely cavalier with their attitude when they removed Kevin Rudd, and there was no way for them to fix that. To go back to Kevin Rudd in the fullness of time, which they've done, was an admission that they'd made a mistake. To leave Julia Gillard there, the Labor Party knew what the result would be, a catastrophic electoral rout. So it was very hard for Labor to come back from that position in the first place of removing Kevin Rudd. I appreciate that Tanya, on a night like this, is playing very much the team game, but the blood will start to flow come 9 o'clock tomorrow when members of the Labor caucus, those who survive, start to say what they really think. And you can't say that we're a good government apart from the fact that we were completely introspective and self-absorbed for the last 4 years. You can't say that because you can't con the people. They know when you're focused on yourselves. You can't say, look, nothing to see here, move on. The public get it. And the government's administration of policy after policy, their maladministration, was evidence of the fact that they weren't focused on the core business of government.
We'll get Tanya Plibersek to respond to that. We'll have to leave it there after that.
No, I just have to say that this is the thing that frustrates me. We have a great record. We've got 3 AAA credit ratings, almost 1 million jobs created, strong economy, low debt, low interest rates, low unemployment by international standards, strong social agenda, disability care, education, fantastic achievements. What is so devastating to me is that the distraction that we ourselves created from that record of achievement.
And just before you go, because this is the last time we're going to cross to you this evening, do you think Kevin Rudd should stand down from the leadership after this round?
Oh, look, these are all matters for next week or the week after or some other time.